Esther Cameron, Making Sense of Change Management, a complete guide to the models, tools, and techniques of organizational change. Dive into the intricate world of organizational change with our summary of Making Sense of Change Management by Esther Cameron. This guide explores the psychological aspects of change, breaking down various approaches and schools of thought that can assist managers in navigating transitions successfully. Gain insights into the differences between groups and teams, and learn about various team structures that can be employed during change. Grasp the significance of personality types, metaphors for change, and leadership styles, all of which can impact the effectiveness of change management. This summary will provide you with the tools and understanding needed to approach organizational change with confidence and clarity.
The Anxieties of Change. When it comes to learning, conscious competence blinds us from performing at our best. As we gain more competence, we become less aware of our performance. However, change forces us to start over, reigniting our doubts and anxieties. There are two types of anxieties: survival and learning anxiety. While survival anxiety motivates people to change, learning anxiety inhibits growth and change. To bring about change, survival anxiety must outweigh learning anxiety. 4 approaches to managing change. The book explores 4 schools of psychology that offer different approaches to understanding how people change and how managers can implement these approaches. Behavioral psychology suggests that people change when they are rewarded for desired behavior and punished for undesirable behavior. Managers can use this approach by providing positive reinforcements for good behavior. Cognitive psychology aims to understand the complex beliefs, values, attitudes, and feelings that lead people to a particular behavior. Managers can use this approach by setting goals that are aligned with employees' motivations and attitudes. Psychodynamic psychology is based on the idea that people experience different emotions during severe changes, such as denial, anger, bargaining, and depression. Managers can implement this approach by recognizing the role of emotions in individuals and working with them as individuals. Humanistic psychology focuses on the development, relationships, and potential of people. The best managers and leaders are healthy, well-developed individuals who engage emotionally with their peers, subordinates, and superiors. Humanistic managers believe that people want to grow and develop, and, thus, they emphasize personal authenticity. Understanding these 4 approaches can help managers tailor their change management strategies to individuals and identify ways to effectively communicate and support change. The book also highlights the role of personalities and organizational history in determining one's ability to cope with and change during times of significant change. The power of teams. A team is different from a group, as it has a smaller size, more intense relationships, and a clear understanding of why they exist and their objectives. These days, organizations rely more and more on teams to accomplish significant, complex, and long-term goals. Various types of teams exist, including work, self-managed, parallel, and project teams. Each has its distinct features and challenges. Team management is a growing trend as it gains importance in achieving organizational goals. While exploring, teams need to identify the need for change and gather critical resources. Communication and collaboration are vital for team success, and they require shared views and collective effort. Challenges for evolving teams. Teams develop and evolve over time, facing unique challenges at each stage. These challenges include excessive dependence, fear, high hopes, and cocooning, all of which can impede team effectiveness if not addressed. Understanding and managing power dynamics is crucial to successful teamwork. Additionally, the ideal team comprises a balance of Myers-Briggs personality types. It's essential to consider how teams will handle change and whether new teams are necessary to effectuate change. The key is to prioritize resources that promote team effectiveness during changing times. Change management metaphors. The book explores how different metaphors can impact change management in organizations. It identifies 4 metaphors: organization as a mechanism, as an organism, as a polis, and as flux. Each metaphor envisions change differently, resulting in contrasting strategies to implement change. When organizations are viewed as machines, change becomes a technical challenge that is senior management driven. When organizations are organisms, participative and collaborative strategies are utilized. When organizations are polis, power struggles and winners and losers emerge. Finally, when organizations are viewed as flux, tension is encouraged, and change is enabled rather than driven. The author stresses the importance of managers understanding each other's assumptions about change and change management. This helps everyone understand the starting points for their colleagues' actions and avoid communication breakdowns. Failed change programs can often be attributed to a clash of these metaphors. This book chapter advocates for communication and collaboration between business managers and IT managers to avoid a dangerous decoupling of strategy and decision-making. The power of metaphors in leadership. Leaders' approaches to change differ based on their choice of metaphor. The most popular metaphor for leadership is the hero, but it may not always be effective in modern organizations. A leader's success depends on balancing a record of achievements with the ability to handle failures. To achieve success, a leader must align their internal and external behavior. While courage and decisiveness are crucial for change leaders, they must also recognize their dependence on their followers. Leadership is a complex concept that can be explained through metaphors. Different leaders have different assumptions about change that lead to varied solutions. The best leaders combine elements of multiple metaphors to tackle complex problems. The hero metaphor is the most popular, representing an independent leader with a compelling vision. However, this metaphor may not work in modern organizations where connection is more critical than charisma. A leader's legend can overshadow their actual impact, and a balance of success and failure handling is essential for effective leadership. Leadership has two dimensions, internal and external. Without coordination between the two, a leader's success is at risk. Self-awareness and positivity are crucial internal traits for leaders. They should push the urgency level and create a crisis by exposing issues rather than protecting their people from them. The ability to handle failures and exhibit courage and decisiveness is essential for change leaders. Yet, they must recognize their followers' loyalty and commitment, as no leader can exist without them. In conclusion, leaders must embrace different metaphors to devise effective solutions and balance their internal and external behavior to achieve success. Mastering strategic change. Strategic change comes in different forms, but leaders must be adept at addressing them to achieve business success. The 5 common types of strategic change include restructuring, mergers and acquisitions, cultural change, information technology change, and aligning all elements of an organization's change plan. However, cultural change alone is meaningless if it does not align with the organization's vision and mission. To lead cultural change, leaders must listen to stakeholders, insist on ownership of the change, and support individuals with coaching and training. Additionally, IT strategy must serve the organization's strategy to prevent failed transformations. Leaders should attune change to the organization's character, bring the right people on board, build competence in handling long-range change, and prioritize private reflection. By seeing the big picture and strategizing instead of reacting spasmodically, leaders can minimize the pain of change and achieve long-term success for their organizations.
In conclusion, Making Sense of Change Management by Esther Cameron demystifies the complexities of managing and implementing change in organizations. By delving into the psychological aspects of change, the author presents multiple approaches that can guide managers through transitions. Understanding the differences between groups and teams, the various team structures, and the importance of personality types can greatly impact the effectiveness of change management. Embracing the appropriate metaphors for change and leadership styles will allow you to better connect with your team and understand the challenges they face. May this summary serve as an invaluable resource in your journey towards mastering organizational change.